Hi, this is on the job training. Have you ever got mad at your teammates while you play Splatoon 2? Well, I have, and I'm sure we all do once in a while. But sometimes, if it gets too much, it won't be healthy and it can ruin our game experience. So today, I'd like to share some ideas to hopefully stop us getting mad easily when we play Splatoon 2, especially ranked battle mode. The first thing to make it clear is, yes, you can lose a match because of your teammates. I didn't play Splatoon 1, so I cannot compare it myself, but I heard that Nintendo made it more difficult for a single player to carry the team to win in Splatoon 2, though it was very possible in the first one. And this is because Nintendo wanted to make Splatoon 2 a team sport for, E3. So, yes, if you have teammates who don't use good teamwork, no matter how good you are, you can still lose. So, the first obvious reason why you lose a match is, like I said, a lack of teamwork. For example, some people like to just paint and use painted missiles and aren't dealing directly with the objective of the game. But when that happens, the team has 3 versus 4 disadvantage on the objective of the game. Even if you're very good, sometimes it's just impossible to make up for the shortcoming, and you may lose. The second reason is team setup. Depending on how well balanced the weapons in your team are, you may win or lose. So let's say you have only short-range weapons on your team, but short-range, mid-range, and long-range weapons on the other team. Then you are likely to lose the match no matter how good you are. And the third reason might not be obvious sometimes, but you can lose due to your moves besides splatting enemies. Let's say the team setup looks okay, but you still lose, and on the results screen you see this one player with a low number of kills. Is the lost game because of him? Well, sometimes yes, but not always. After all, everyone is good enough to get into that particular match. If someone didn't do well, that means the particular environment of the match somehow didn't work out for that person. For some reason, he was unable to perform to his full potential. And it might be because your whole team didn't pay attention to how well the stage was painted, or maybe they didn't support each other. So if there was someone in your team with a low number of kills, you should consider what you could have possibly done to lessen the player's burden. I often figure out who the strongest player on the other team is and try to splat him or at least bother him so it will be hard for him to move around. When I'm doing this, sometimes I don't get a good number of kills. Still, that's an important move to make my team win. So don't be happy just by getting easy kills. You need to move in a way to help your teammates. The fourth reason why you can lose a match is because the skill level of each player in a match varies. I think there are 3 types of players in a match. The first type of players are the ones who are very good and ready to move on to the next level. The second type of players are the ones who are good enough to stay at the level, but not good enough to carry the team. And the last type of players are the ones who just got to the level and still trying to figure out how players at that level play. At ranked battle mode, we can't choose our teammates. So if you have a few of the first type players, then you're likely to win the match easily. But if you have a few of the third type players, then it might be harder for you to win. There's nothing you can do about it, but you can change how you feel about it since we all started as the third type players. After all, we get mad because we are so serious about it, and we are so serious about it because we like Splatoon 2. So let's remember there's a lot of reasons why we lose. The reasons are so intertwined, and it's almost impossible to isolate a single reason to blame somebody on your team. At last, I'd like to share a concept from The Empty Boat by Chuan Tzu, a Chinese philosopher. One part of the story goes like this. If a man is crossing a river and an empty boat collides with his own skiff, even though he be a bad-tempered man, he will not become very angry. But if he sees a man in the boat, he will shout at him to steer clear. If the shout is not heard, he will shout again and yet again and begin cursing. And all because there's somebody in the boat. Yet, if the boat were empty, he would not be shouting and not angry. What it's saying is that you get mad because you see a human controlling a part of that situation. If there was nobody on the other end, and even if you get the same outcome, you won't get as mad. It's interesting how people react, isn't it? Learning from this, it might be a good idea for some of us to think Splatoon 2 is not an online game. Everything is like Octo Canyon or Octo Expansion, a programmed game. If you think like that, you might not get as mad. Understanding the situation you are in and understanding that in this game there is no way to win every single match no matter how strong you are should put you at ease, at least a little bit, when you lose. Some teammates we get might not understand the whole objective gaming environment. Some might not understand the difficulties, say, a carbon roller has when the map is not painted properly. Some might not be all that serious playing the game. And it goes on and on. Put all of that into view and seeing the game from a different perspective, it might not make your blood boil when you lose, even though you did everything in your power to carry the team. I don't know what works best for you, but I hope you can enjoy Splatoon 2 without getting mad at your teammates as much.